What is up, everyone? It is Metro Game 75 here, and today we're playing Sakura Beach 2 Episode 7. Let's get started, man. As we say that, Yumi walks up to us. Oh, jeez. Now, what are you two? And he grabs her by the hand. What are you holding? What are you doing? Nanny pulls her over and makes her sit in the sand. Sandcastles. Sandcastles? Yep, I made these earlier. Nanny begins smoothing out the fortifications of her castle, and Yumi reluctantly goes along with it. This is childish, but it's kind of fun, I guess. It is funny, Yumi. The two of them look back at each other. Why care about what's childish? It's more important that you have fun. If you have a chance to do something fun right now, then you should take it, shouldn't you? And Yumi attempts to build her own castle. However, it simply falls apart. I guess that's one way to look at it. She looks down at the piles of sand in front of her. I can tell she's feeling disappointed, but I was kind of hoping that I'd do better than this. Have fun, Have you built that many sandcastles before? Well, I've only been to the beach once before. Oh, so you've been here with CG? Well, yes. A lot of interesting things happened when we went last time. Yep, a lot. A lot of things. He did say that he's been here quite a few times over the years, so I just guess that he took both of you here sometimes. Actually, it's the only time we've all been together. Why is that? It may not seem like it, but Momoko and I have commitments. She considered to be the best sportsman in school, so she often doesn't have a lot of free time. I'm the one on top of the students, which also means I don't have time for much else. Yeah, she doesn't really have time for all that. Yet you and Momoko still make time to spend with CG. Well, of course, someone has to make sure that that fool keeps his act together. Really? Okay, you know what? Fine. So you're both concerned about him, even when you have so much on your plate already. Stop analyzing me like that. Despite her unusual upbringing, Nene seems to have some rare moments of insight into other people. But I guess you're not wrong. I think CG is lucky to have someone as thoughtful as you. Don't think you're going to make me drop my guard that easily. I'm still going to keep an eye on you, no matter how convincing you are. Despite her words, Yumi seems to be enjoying herself. Momoko pulls me to the side, away from that scene. Finally. I think they're starting to get along. I think so too. Aren't you going to be lucky, CG? Of course. Now you have another girl who wants to date you. I don't know how you do it. You must have some kind of special charm. I don't know how I do it either. Seriously, I'm about as unremarkable as they come. The only outstanding traits I have are my dedication, and my ability to withstand fatal trauma. Well, I wouldn't think too much about it. What's important is that we continue to strive for you to obtain success in love. You just can't keep going on being shy and bashful like this forever. After all, it would be terrible if we all got old and we were all arguing over you in a retirement village. Wait. She just made me realize something. Yeah. If I got that old and they were still around, that means that I'm somehow going to have to survive countless decades of this non-stop. Yeah. I can feel the color drain from my face as I think about it. Hey CG, is something wrong? You don't look very well. It's nothing. She pulls her forehead towards me and gently let them touch. You do feel a bit cold. Are you sure you're okay? When she's up close like this, her lips look really inviting. Hey, when you think about it, you're only a few centimeters away from kissing, aren't we? I feel color rush back into my face. I knew that's what you were thinking, CG. You're cute as ever. Ah, Momoko. She puts her hand around my head. It's just a kiss, right? I'm your girlfriend, so I'm sure it's fine. Right? Now, there's no need to be shy. You can't just keep bumbling around like this forever, CG. You know that, right? I know. Oh man. But it just isn't that straightforward for me. I know it isn't. That's why you're CG after all. You never even thought of girls until we took that last beach trip. Well, I know that things can't stay the same forever, but for now, we could just enjoy what we have. Yep, we could most definitely do that. We have plenty of time. She happily runs along the sand. Turning back to me, she has a bright smile on her face. Who knows what experience we'll have yet. I'm sure that whatever happens and what I get to experience with you, it'll make me fall even deeper in love. Hey, don't just say things like that. Aw, you are really easy to embarrass. Look away from Momoko. I see Yumi has finally managed to escape the sandcastles. She has so much energy. Oh yeah, you two. And it just made me think of something. Huh? What do you want now? What's up, silly? I didn't want to tell you both. Thank you for being by my side for all these years. I never actually thought about your own lives and your own commitments. The fact that, despite everything, you always made time for me. I feel my cheeks burn. Oh no, say the next words. So I just like to say thank you. Both of them need to lose their mind. Oh my god. Lose their composure. I just have to. Oh my god. I just have to have time off, that's all. You don't need to thank me for supervising you fool. Oh, see, you're making my heart flutter. Their reactions are about what I expect them to be. I really need to be less selfish in the future. If you make time for me, then I need to make time for you both too. Does that sound good? I guess this arrangement sounds fine. I would love that, CG. It seems that made them really happy. Wow. Took me a lot of power for that. I used like 10% of my power for this while I was like being shot and oh jeez. Man, the day lazily continued. And you enjoyed the beach a lot more than she did last time. She took up swimming lessons before coming here again, thankfully. But you know, time passed fast. The days have been passing by fast. With all the insanity I go through every day, the days just disappear. At least it's more comfortable than school. Nene and Momoko seem comfortable too. Perfect. The two of them lie on the beach, happily looking out towards the ocean. What a beautiful day it is. Every day seems to be beautiful when you live here. Warm sunshine, cold winds. I love this beach. It's not exactly the beach that I'm paying attention to right now. With both of them lying down like that, I'm getting a really good view from my angle. What's with these girls and their swimsuits? Wait, I think I already know the answer to that question. Are you enjoying this view, CG? Oh no, she noticed me. The ocean looks really nice, doesn't it? Absolutely. Looks like I got away this time. The mansion doesn't overlook the sea, so I never really get to see it much. But now that I'm here with everyone, I can see it as much as I like. Isn't that the best? She's so happy with just being able to be on the beach. I think I could learn something from her. What is it like living in a mansion, Nene? Do you have a lot of servants? Is it really fun? Well, it's not really like that. I think the nicest things can't be bought with money. After all, I could have used my money to buy a friend. She looks up at me happily. Isn't that right, CG? Yeah, friends can't be bought. You're absolutely right. So are you happy at home, Nene? Nene pauses for a moment. I can't say for sure. I'm definitely happy right here, though. I see. While you're with us, you shouldn't worry at all. She puts a hand on Nene's shoulder. We'll make it the most of the time we have here. I like that. Momoko happily lounges around the beach. It's also nice to not do anything and just enjoy the beach. We're here to relax, right? Well, that was the point of going here. But for some reason, chaos follows me whenever I go. Nene seems to be growing bored. Well, we don't have much time left. We should go do something. Good idea. Where have we gone yet? Momoko seems to be thinking to herself about it. It's then that both of them look to me hopefully. Oh, Ayumi returns the surf then, looking exhausted. Nene is the one who puts forward the question. What should we do now, CG? Something which doesn't require a lot of effort? Okay. Okay. Let me think. Where have we been yet? It's beginning late in the afternoon. How about the cliffs? It'll be sunset soon. Oh, good. Good idea, CG. They were lovely last time we visited. The cliffs. Oh, right. You haven't seen them before? Oh, look at her face. Now she's just freaking out about it. Those hills aren't the only special place I found. I used to explore a lot when I was younger. Maybe I could just show you some of my places too. Maybe we'll do that later. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, Nene, I'm sure you'll like it. Yeah, she's not gonna like it. It took us a while to walk here. Nene looks delighted as she stares out at the ocean. It's so beautiful, CG. Ah, she's wearing a shirt, finally. I never thought the ocean could look like this. She could hardly contain her excitement. Aw, she's having such a great time. Nice to see. Just standing there, Nene takes in the sight of the sun, casting a warm amber light over the land and sea. She seems to be so delighted to have such a magnificent view. I wish moments like this could last forever. Yeah, it can, Nene. Huh? How? I think people try to view time in a rigid way. What do you mean? Well, if you think about it, have you ever had a day where nothing happens? Then at the end of the day, you think to yourself, where did the day go? To put it simply, time doesn't pass in seconds. A moment can feel like nothing, or it can feel like an eternity. It all depends on how you look at it. So this is the moment that can last forever. If you really want to, I never thought of it that way. So do you think our time together could be like that? Could be like that? If you want it to be, then it can. Well, I really want that. I want every moment we spend together to feel like it lasts forever, CG. And Yumi nearly says something, but holds back. Momoko just gives her an unknowing look. That's right, just let her enjoy this. And so, Nene does for the longest of time. She's starting to look tired though. I'm starting to look tired. I'm a bit worn out after today. This is a lovely view though. Thank you for letting me see it, CG. We can come here anytime you like, Nene. She just smiles in response. Come on, I'll lead you back to the hotel, Nene. Okay. The two of them head off while Yumi stays behind. It seems to be she seems to be thinking to herself. So Yumi, what do you think of Nene now? Well, I changed my opinion of her a little bit. Well, I can't approve of her trying to analyze me like that. She says some surprisingly accurate things at times. Even so, I guess I'm still worried that with her there. Really? With her there? She might be a distraction for you. I'm not going to ignore you, Ayumi. I'm not the kind of person who simply forgets a child friend. I know, but I'm scared. It's okay to be anxious about these kind of things. With Nene around, things are a bit ordered for me. That's always the case, isn't it? It's just been us three for so long. Even when Momoko confessed to you, not a lot changed. I know, but Nene, she definitely going to change things, and I don't want things to change. Anyway, I've spent too much time dwelling on this. It's getting late, isn't it? She's not wrong. I always choose to go to these cliffs during a very specific hour of the day. It's usually only a short time before the stars begin to shine. So, shall we go then? It'll be dark by the time we get back. Somehow, I think we should just leave things like this. We can spend a bit longer here, I think. Would you like that? For a moment, she loses her composure. Well, I guess I can accept this arrangement. Don't let it go over your head, though, you fool. Ah, man. I just happen not to, feel like leaving just yet. Yeah, of course. Finally, you're getting it. That's right. It's not like you wanted to spend time with me, is it? Exactly. I take a seat on the cool grass. Closing my eyes, I feel the wind rustling through my hair. It's too nice to go back just yet, don't you think? She sits next to me, looking out towards the ocean. You're right. We better spend a bit longer here. Inch by inch, she gets a little closer to me. To surprise, she lays her head on my shoulder. I try not to move. Out of the corner of my eye, I swear that I will see her blushing. This is one of the moments where it would be better to say nothing, because words aren't needed to understand how she's feeling. We just watch the sun dappling, water shining, shimmer in the distance. CG, thank you. I just nodded and smiled to her. Quietly, we watch the sun set in the distance, the last of its golden rays shimmering off the mirror sheen of the ocean, until the stars begin to pierce through the orange veil above me. Ah, wonderful. Welcome home, silly. You too, Yumi. Welcome home, Mr. Stranger. Wait, did you two spend some quality time together? Nothing of the sort of. I keep telling you that I'm not this fool's supervisor. If he can't keep himself out of trouble, what do you think would happen to him if I wasn't there? Nice of you to boost my self-confidence. You're welcome. Ouch. Then it seems to be trouble, though. Looking at her, and Yumi lets out a defeated sigh. I don't have any problem with you being here, you know. Really? Yes. Just remember that I own 50% of CG. I let you borrow some of that 50%. Only some of it. Well, if we all look 30% of CG, there would still be 1% left. So what would we do with that 1%? I don't know. I don't think it matters. Do I get to keep it? Man, what should I say? Do I get to keep it, or I don't think it matters? Because for me, I don't think it matters. That really matters, though. Of course it matters, silly. After all, I own 30% of you. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Well, I suppose it's okay. I'm just glad that you aren't mad at me anymore. Well, of course, I'm not. I just had to make sure that CG remains safe, that's all. Aw, you really do care about him. Quiet, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's fine to admit it, you know. Being in denial of your own feelings can't be healthy. Who asked you what I feel like? Fine, I get it. It's not like I like you or anything, stupid. You seem to grow pale upon hearing that. Don't make jokes like that. It hurts. Finally, we got her back. She seems to melt to the floor. What would I do if CG hated me? It's obvious that the idea has already taken the root of her brain. Hey Yumi, are you okay? What if CG and I never got married? What would I do then? Usually when I say something dumb, she just gets angry with me. But when this happened, it's like her body completely loses composure composition of it has. Sorry, Yumi, okay? It just be mad at me like that you usually be. I can't handle this. She lets out a sniffle. Promise that you won't ever hate me, CG. I promise. Please cheer up. Immediately, she springs back up. Well, I guess that's fine. I will forgive you for now. But don't expect me to be so generous in the future. Oh man, that sounds more like something you would say. Aw, CG, stop leaving me out of this. Say something nice to me too. Else I'll have to torture you out of it. Moko buries her face into my back. Is she sniffing me? What? Wait, now she's sniffing me. CG, that's nice. CG smells nice. She keeps sniffling. Stop that, that's weird. Like, what? I want to smell this forever. No, what? She's not listening to me. Wait, is she dragging me off? Where are you taking me to? I look back to the darkness of the room. Just come along, silly. I promise that it'll be worth your time. Wow. She beams a bright up smile at me. Oh my gosh. But all I can feel behind is the sinister aura. Let me go. I try to pull away, but once again, she proves too strong for me to escape. Thankfully, Yumi managed to pry me off her. Oh, Yumi, don't be so greedy. You don't got to have one-on-one with CG. Nothing as innocent what you were planning. While all this was happening, Nene seems to be bursting to act something. Is something up, Nene? Can I stay the night? Can't I? Nene looks so hopefully to me. Well, it's not really my decision. Of course you can stay. But what about... I suppose I could tolerate her just this once. And Yumi lets out a huff and turns her back to the rest of us. But there's a problem that I'm so glad that you're all happy to let me stay here. Oh, I can't keep doing this. I walk over to Nene and whisper in her ear. What about your parents? Like, don't you have to get back before nightfall? I told you that the maids will cover for me. My parents barely see me most days, so they wouldn't even know if I was out or not. Since the maids tell me everything about my day. What are you two talking about? Ayumi leans over to look down on me. You wouldn't be keeping any secrets from me, would you? You wouldn't be telling me this innocent girl any lies, right? No, I wouldn't. It is fine, don't worry about it. Ayumi used to be jealous, but now she seems more protective of Nene than anything. Pulling her away from me? Ayumi looks Nene dead in the eyes. Now, Nene, you must be careful. CJ is a terrible pervert and will fill your head with lies. It's just so he can... Ah, shit. Oh, man. So that's like... Just so he can just... have his way with you later. What do you mean? Have his way with me? It seems like a sincere question. But Ayumi freezes almost as if she turned into concrete. Well, that's when what? Could you explain to me? Never mind, we could talk about... Come on, tell me. I want to know what it means for when he wants to have his way with me. No, I'm not telling you. Stop being mean. I want to know the secrets. Nene pouts to herself. Stop that! You can't carry on like that when you don't get your way. So it was fine when you were doing it. Oh, hey! Both of them develop into argument quickly. God. Moko just sits back and smiles to herself. No. I think that Nene has settled in just fine. Don't you, CG? While they're arguing with each other. But it's not like that before. Seriously though, you should explain what Yumi meant have your way with Nene. I should have done it. Why me? Because it's your responsibility, of course. Okay. You brought Nene here. Now you have to help her. What kind of twist logic is? What kind of... Someone seizes me by the arm. CG, Yumi won't tell me any secrets. What does it mean when you have to have your own way with me? Looks like it became a responsibility anyway. Don't you dare tell her, CG. Yumi sees me by the arm and grumpily stares up at me. You seem a little bit more confident than you usually are. What do you... Yumi suddenly realized that she's clinging to my arm. Though she grows embarrassed, she's able to keep her composure. I just did this because Nene did. That's all. Sticking her tongue out, Nene continues to taunt her. Who's being immature now? You can't even touch the guy you like. I feel like Yumi's gripping on to me tighten. To the point of being painful. Oh, man. You're the one sticking your tongue out like that, you spoiled child, even though they're arguing like they did before. I feel like this is like the way they're supposed to communicate. Right. Where's Nene going to sleep tonight? Well, of course I'm going to share a room with you. See, I heard wood splinter. And Yumi has one fist in the wall, looking more like a demon than her usual self. Her fist has punctured a clean through it, leaving it a gigantic hole. There will be no such thing. You're staying right where I can see an eye on you, Nene. Cowering behind me, Nene seems quite unsure what to do. See, she's really scary. She holds up close to me. No, not so close, you'll make her angrier. Sure. The demonic aura emitting from a Yumi grows stranger. Oh, calm down, Yumi, please. No, that doesn't seem to help at all. What do we do, Seiji? Get over here. I never see her like this. This is terrifying. Oh, let me think. What can I do to stop this? Maybe you'd like to spend the night in my room instead, Yumi? Her aura disappears instantly, but spending the night alone with just me and Seiji? What would happen? The shades of her cheeks is as deep as the color of roses. I can't do that. It would be so embarrassing. She's drifting off into a world of her own. Nene breathes a sigh of relief. You know how to handle her, Seiji. I don't know what would have happened if she didn't stop. Believe me, even when you're as dense as me, sometimes you learn a thing or two. Oh man. And Yumi just stands there now, musing to herself endlessly. If I did go to Seiji's room, what would he want me to do? What would I agree to that? What if he asked me to do this and that? Oh, no, I can't handle this. It's too embarrassing. She retreats into her own, slamming the door behind her. Oh, Seiji. I'm supposed to be the one who makes go to shut down. It's no fair you're stealing my Michi. Momoko pouts to herself. Could we have all stopped pouting, please? Okay. I'm sure that Yumi will be fine. She's just in reboot mode at the moment. As for you, Nene, grabbing her by the arm, Momoko leads her way. We need to get to know each other. Nene looks back with me with fright. Seiji, help me. It's too late. Why is she taking Nene into that room? The door closes quickly. Hey, you two. I can't hear anything in response. I guess I'll just wait then. The minutes slowly drag on, and those two suddenly emerge from that room. I lean against the door, listen closely. Oh, that's all you wanted to do? Yep, so why don't we give it a try? Sounds so nice. What's going on exactly? As I open the door, suddenly thoughts occur to me. Isn't this the door to the bathroom? Thick steam erupts into my face. Through the heat I see both of them. Oh, Seiji, I was expecting you. Seiji, Nene leans against the side of the path, pushing her fruit against it. Would you also like to have a bath? Jeez, Nene, you need to have some shame. Momoko pressed up against her from behind. You can't just casually ask someone to get in the bath with you. She pressed up even harder, almost enveloping into Nene's entire back. I can't help but stare. I never knew that Moko's were so. See, stop looking at it like that. She begins to wiggle on the spot, making her chest shift all the places. With a quite noticeable effort, Nene turns around to face Momoko, intentionally making their chests rub each other. What do you mean, Momoko? Am I not supposed to let Seiji see me like this, completely exposed? Of course you aren't. I'm allowed to do that. Nene pouts to herself. No fair, I want to expose myself to Seiji just as much as you do. Nene stands up in the bath, her hands on her hips. Although the steam obscures it, Seiji, this is day forward. I will expose myself to you. Momoko then stands up and pushes Nene aside. No, that's my job. Both of them standing there. With the steam. I'm going to faint. Why are you both taking the bath together? We're getting to know each other. After all, we're all this together. It's not unusual for girls to take baths together, silly. If you like it, you could join us too. No, that's not normal. But we used to do that when we were younger. You did? No fair. I want to be able to do that too. Why were you bringing up something so embarrassing? There's no need to be ashamed of, silly. This is what childhood friends do. You have a weird idea about what childhood friends do. Nene, you shouldn't. Nene has grabbed me by the hand. Join us, CG. See? Nene gets it. Now, they're pulling me in. I'm getting closer to have a face full of, I will wash you all over, CG. I'll help too. No, I'm done. I bolted off the room, slamming the door behind me. I'm going to bed. I can't handle any of this anymore. Me either. It's odd. For most of my life, I never really gave much thought to love or romance. Now I'm surrounded by 3 girls who all say they love me. I've told a fair bit of reasons for why I never thought about love. It's not better to just not keep dwelling on it, I think. After all that fuss, I did end up seeing my mother. And Yumi and my Momoko were there too. She was quite shocked by the whole affair. My grandfather managed to calm her down. Despite all of that, she seems to be happy for me. Maybe I was just overthinking it. I didn't want to see her, but it wasn't really fair for me not to see her from my perspective. She didn't have a job at the time, nor she have anywhere to go. Not to mention that she was only a few years older than I am now at the time. I imagine it must have hurt her deeply to give up her baby. It's not like that I lived in poverty. My grandpa made sure that I never went astray. Considering circumstances, I think everything worked out fine. In the end, I think my mother actually wanted me the same thing I did. She wanted to present herself to her son as someone respectable, just like how I wanted to show her that I was doing fine. She found a job in the end and got a successful career. My grades have been doing a lot better with Yumi's intuition, so overall, I think it's all going to be fine. Life can change so quickly. I think I've grown up a little bit these few months, although I'm still not used to this new life of mine. With Nene in the mix, it seems like things are going to be even more complicated than before. She said that if she could, she'd follow me to my school, and that even event that she convinced her parents to let her transfer. What will life be like then? I can't just picture it now. Hey, this new gender suit is cute. Why did you decide to transfer to our school? Do you have a boyfriend? That she would just answer innocently, I came here because CG is here. Something along those lines. Even though about it is enough to send chills down my spine and even my scotrum. If they weren't going to murder me before all this, then I'm sure they will if that happened. Enough about that, I think. It's been a long day for me. A little bit of sleep might be just what I feel a presence in the room. But there's no one else here. I didn't hear the door open or anything. So obviously it's my imagination. Wait, what's this person up against me? It's soft and warm. It's probably my imagination. No, maybe I should look. Well, I think it's better to have a look. I turn to the side to see what's there. To my horror, I see someone looking back at me. Hi, CG. She held it up closer to me. What? Her shirt? It's soaked through from the bath. And I can see her. What are you? She puts a finger on my lip. Shush. No one knows I'm fine. I'm in here. That's not the problem. And then it seems taken aback. Well, I'll leave if you want me to. I didn't say leave. Just explain to yourself. I just want to spend more time closer to you. There's nothing wrong with that. Is there? With the way she's looking at me, I guess not, but when a guy and a girl sleeps in the same bed, it's kind of the right words for it? It's intimidate. Really intimidate. I didn't know, but you said I could stay. I want to get close to you before I leave, CG. So even if I'm not able to see you again, I'll at least carry this bond in my heart. She's like so cute. When did she get this cute? My heart skipped a beat just then. So, with no regard for personal space, she creeps up even closer to me. Leaning over, she plants a kiss to my cheek. I can feel my face going to melt down. She lets out a giggle when she sees how red I am. That means you're embarrassed, doesn't it? My uncle told me all about your odd little habits. She did? Yep, CG's pretty bashful, I know that much. She said a little kiss will make your heart flutter. This is bad. Now Nanny knows how to pluck at my heartstrings. I get scared, you know. What worried me was if you were just being nice to me out of pity. Why would I do that? I know I'm not normal. I'm reminded that every time I sneak out of the home. So, when I finally made a friend, I really didn't want them to just look down on me. This girl, she's a lot more aware of her oddness than I thought. I can practically feel her pain as she speaks. So, I'm just so happy that CJ doesn't judge me. How could I judge you? Why, you two, you are who you are because of the circumstances you forced. Like seriously, you faced. To blame you or pity for that, pity of you for that just isn't right at all. Like literally, it's not even right at all. Happily she grins at me. That's why they love you, you know. What do you mean? Momoko and Yumi. They love you, that sweet accepting person of yours. She lets out a giggle and rests her head on my chest. I feel like I'm going to faint. You know, you don't have to get so close. It's fine, isn't it? No. It's not fine. If either of the floods in this room, pillows is going to be pillows. I just know it. If that were to happen, we would have both been destroyed. But if I leave the room or ask her to leave the room, I'll hurt her feelings. Why must be so difficult? Nanny lets out a loud yawn. I'm sleepy, CG. She slowly closes her eyes, still resting her head on my chest. You're a very comfortable pillow, CG. No, I have to think of a solution now. If she falls asleep here, it's over. I won't be able to move without waking her up, which means I'll be caught for sure. Think. Her heartbeat's going to be really fast, CG. She's picking up my panic. Don't worry about it, okay? Okay. Good night, CG. Good night. That's the only response I'm about to muster. Your heartbeat is still really fast. Will you be able to sleep? I am sure I'll be able to. I can't sleep if she can't sleep. Open her eyes. She fixes her gazes on me. What are you thinking about, CG? What do you mean? You didn't notice me when I sneaked into your room? It looked like you were thinking about something. What makes you think that? I know what happens to me when I'm looking out at the stars. You had the same look on your face. So what's on CG's mind? Just things, Nene. Things I probably shouldn't be thinking about. Like what? It's complicated. Well, I can't sleep, so we have plenty of time to talk about it, don't we? Well, why not? I basically give her the short version of everything that happened up until now. She pays attention the whole time, completely absorbed in the story of my life. And so, despite how I felt about my mother, I realized that it wasn't fair to not hear a side of the story. After the trip, she'll be visiting again. That's so nice, CG. Sitting up, she smiles brightly. I think that the fit rifts between people is never too far. If they're good people, then they'll come back together soon enough. I guess so. For a moment, she just turns away from me. Do you think that I could do that with my parents? Your parents? Yes. They're always so busy and never had time for me. I want to do the best to overcome that. Do you think it's possible? Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't really know the circumstances. So it's not possible then. She huddles up on the bed, wrapping her arms around her knees. I know that. I don't know much, CG. But if it's not possible, I want to try anyway. That isn't what I'm saying. She's gotten the wrong idea completely. I'm sure that if you try, then your parents will respond to you accordingly. There's no way that they could ignore their daughter. That seems to resolve her. Right. Anything that can happen, right? That's right. I'm sure if they try, then they'll notice you. She lies back down, smiling to herself. Yep. I feel better now. She happily hums to herself. Everything's going to work out just fine. She burns her head into to my chest. Your heartbeat is still fast, CG, but I guess fall asleep listening to it. Quietly, she closes her eyes and drifts away. This will be the longest night of my life. Fortunately, neither of them discovered us. Yep. And now, this is the end of the video, everyone. So, thank you everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.